Oh, well,
Yes,
so interesting, wasn't it?
That's right. Yes.
They're here. Hello and welcome to our assembly.
Yes.
Dr. Ditty and I have just been talking about the experiments we've been doing over the last few weeks.
We have. That's right.
We've done some very interesting ones, haven't we?
Yes, we did an experiment with a paperclip, didn't we?
We did. The paperclip stood up all by itself.
That's right. Thinking about being lifted up and encouraged.
Yes, that's right. When it started off all there, but then it lifted up, and we thought about how actually Christians believe God can help us be encouraged like that, didn't we?
Yes.
And then what was the other one we did? Oh, with the special paper. What was it called?
That's right. It was special sun-sensitive paper, Mark.
Sun-sensitive paper.
Yes.
That's right. And when we took it outside, it made an impression of all those things I'd collected.
That's right. We were thinking about good impressions, weren't we?
Good impressions. That's right. Wow. What are we thinking about today, Dr.
Oh, today we're thinking about glowing.
Glowing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've learnt that sometimes the things that you put out for these experiments, they may not look much, but it works in the end. But I am a bit confused today, I have to say.
Why is that, Mark?
Well, the things I've got a little bag of powder, and then there's a bottle with a funnel, and some olive oil, and some spoons. And well, I'm just intrigued as to how it's all going to work.
Well, yes, it's another experiment that I really do hope will help us think about the topic of glowing. Oh, Mark, the lights have gone out.
I can't see anything.
Don't panic.
Oh, okay. What should I do?
Don't panic. I've got a little torch on my keys here, and I'm going to turn on the emergency power.
Okay, good.
Whatever you do, Mark, don't touch anything.
I won't. I won't want to break it. I'll keep my hands to myself.
Here we are. That's better.
Phew, that is better. Cool. I'm glad you had your torch, Dr. Ditty.
Oh, yes. It's very helpful to be able to see, isn't it, and have light.
Absolutely. I mean, without light, nothing works, does it? We can't see what we're doing.
That's right. I think it's going to actually link in with our assembly today, Mark.
Do you think we ought to get on with the experiment?
We do, but first, what do you need?
Lab coat.
Your lab coat.
Okay, give me literally just a second. Here we go. Oh, that was quick, wasn't it?
Well done, Mark. You're getting good at that.
Well, now what are we doing with this experiment, Dr.
Right,
Ditty?
let's begin. So, do you see that little bottle right there?
I do, yes.
The first thing we need to do is to put 1/4 of a teaspoon of the special powder into the bottle.
The teaspoon is the smallest spoon, isn't it?
That's right, it's a small spoon.
Okay, 1/4 of a teaspoon.
Yes.
Into the bottle.
That's right.
Okay, well,
We don't need very much of that special powder.
No, that's a little bit more than that. That's about right. Okay. I am putting that in there as we speak. Okay, that's gone in,
Good.
Dr. Ditty.
Good, well done, Mark. And now we need to put a tablespoon full of water
That's the big
into the
one.
bottle too.
Okay, right. I've got some water here, fortunately.
Yes, try not to spill anything,
No,
Mark.
I'm going to pour it over here. A tablespoon of water. Okay. Right, I'm going to shut the lid down on the water so nothing gets spilt.
Well done.
Change hands, because I was doing that with my left hand, and that's not quite so good. Okay, there's water gone in.
It's gone into the bottle, good.
Yeah.
Now we just need to swirl that around so the powder mixes with the water.
I'm giving it a jolly good swirl, Dr. Ditty, and it is. It's all mixing up.
Is it mixing?
Yeah, it is.
Good, good. Now,
Okay.
the next thing we need to do, Mark,
Yes.
is fill the rest of the bottle up with olive oil.
The whole bottle.
The whole bottle, that's right.
Wow.
Actually, vegetable oil works, but we've got some olive oil here.
Okay, let's see what we can do. I'm going to pour the olive oil into the bottle. I'm going to make sure it doesn't
Take your
spill.
time. No rush. We need to take that oil right
It's
to the top.
almost like it's separate. It's like a different layer on top of the mixture of the powder and the water.
That's right, because the water will not mix with the oil.
It's very clever. There's only a little way to go, and I'm going to...
Fill it up as much as you can. We don't really want any air in that bottle.
Okay, that's full right up now, Dr. Ditty.
Good.
I would
Now
say.
we need to
I
put
better
the
take
lid
the
on.
funnel out, haven't I? Really?
Take the funnel out. We've got some kitchen roll there to put the funnel on. It's a bit messy, isn't it?
It is a bit yucky and greasy, really. There we go. I'll tap that on there and put that on the kitchen roll. Okay. Do I put the lid back on the bottle?
Put the lid back on the bottle, Mark, otherwise it would be very messy.
Okay, I've done that. Good. Okay, now what?
Right,
That's
now what we need
exciting.
to do is hold the bottle with the special powder and the oil up to the light for maybe about 30 seconds.
Oh, cool. I'm holding it up.
Yes.
Let's see how this goes. Wow, that's clever stuff. So I'm just going to keep it held there for like
Just
30
keep it held
seconds.
there. It's like the light is kind of charging the powder in a way,
Oh,
really.
I see. That's clever.
Yes, and we'll see what happens afterwards because we're going to turn the lights out.
Oh, are we deliberately this time, not
On
accidentally?
purpose this time, Mark.
Okay, well, that'll be interesting, won't it?
So we're almost there, aren't we?
I'm not very good at counting time, Dr. Ditty. I
I
must
think
admit. I
that
don't-
is probably around half a minute. So
Okay, let's pop it back in there for now then.
now we need to get ready to turn the lights out. Mark, you've got a special remote control
I
on
have.
the table there.
Okay, shall I do
And
it?
it's button number 1 when you're ready.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Right. Now. Let's see. Oh,
Hold
there
that
seems
bottle.
to be, there's a little bit of a blue glow
Give it a bit
there.
of a shake, Mark.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or just tip the bottle upside down and
Oh, wow.
see what happens.
Yeah, it's glowing blue, Dr. Ditty.
Is it glowing?
Just at the bottom, yeah. That's incredible. It's like a little blue glow at
Just
the
a
bottom.
little
of the
glow.
bottle.
Maybe if we held it up to the light for a bit longer,
It would glow a bit more, but that's
glow
really
might
clever.
be a bit
It's
stronger.
like a blue light at the bottom of the bottle. That's amazing. Well, that was an interesting experiment. It wasn't quite as bright as it might have been, but I did see it glowing, Dr. Ditty.
That's right, Mark. Perhaps if we had maybe a better quality powder, glow powder, it might have worked there. But it reminded me of something in the Bible, you know. Do you remember the part where Moses went up a very important mountain called Mount Sinai to meet with God?
I do, and God gave him big tablets of stone with the 10 Commandments and all the important rules for the people of Israel.
Yes, that's right. I think, Mark, it was on the second occasion where the tablets were written out a second time.
Yes.
And God gave Moses many, many other wonderful instructions. But when he came down the mountain, his face was shining.
I remember reading that, and the people were actually a little bit scared because every time he went up the mountain, he came down and his face was glowing, wasn't it?
That's right, they were really frightened, and so he put a covering over his face, just for their sake, really, I think.
Just to stop them being frightened. I guess it's a bit like the experiment, that it was when the glow powder was close to the light that it was glowing, wasn't it?
That's right, Mark, and that's why I made the link, I think, with that story. But, Mark, I really need to get ready to go now because
Okay.
I've got a special conference in Cambridge.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds very exciting,
Yes,
Dr. Ditty.
it's about a lecture on the Large Hadron Collider, you know, particle physics and all that.
Well,
so
I'm glad you understand it, Dr. Ditty, because I'm not sure that I do, but good. I hope you enjoy it.
thanks ever so much, Mark.
It's been so much fun to be doing experiments with you again, Dr. Ditty. I hope we'll meet again soon.
That'll be good. Have a good rest of the day.
I will do, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Dr. Ditty. Well, maybe the experiment didn't work quite as well as we'd hoped, but I think you get what we're trying to show, that when the powder was near the light, it charged up and it glowed and it shone. And, well, that's what happened in that story that Dr. Ditty and I were talking about. When Moses went up the mountain and was close to God, he was glowing, he was shining. You know, in the Bible, God is often described as like light. And Christians believe that when even ordinary people like you and me are close to God, somehow we glow. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean we have big shiny faces or that everyone looks at us and thinks we've been under a sunbed for too long. But what it does mean is that there are things we do that really shine out the fact that we're close to God. And that can happen, Christians believe, for any one of us, that however dark things seem around us, we can do things that shine out. Sometimes they're really, really simple things, like when it's a bit gloomy and someone's feeling a bit sad, if you smile at them and say something to cheer them up, that's like glowing. And we can all do things like that. And Christians believe that when we're close to God, we do glow, that there's something in us because we're close to the light, a bit like the powder was. So I'm going to say a prayer now and ask God to help us to be close to him, and as we're close to him, to shine out things that can bring a little bit of light to other people around us. And maybe you'd like to join in and close your eyes and say amen at the end, or maybe you'd like to just listen. But shall we pray? Dear Lord, thank you that when we come close to you, we're coming close to light that never goes out. Please help us to glow, to shine because we've been close to you, and to bring a little bit of light to maybe other people around us who things are a bit dark for at the moment. Thank you that you can help us to do that and help us to be glowing, shining people for you. Amen. Thank you for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed our experiments and look forward to seeing you soon.